Meta just released a creative testing feature inside of Ads Manager that most people don't even know exists yet. And if you do know, and you've seen it inside there, you're probably curious, what does this do and how does this work? So I've been testing it over this past week, and in this video, I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly how to use it, show you what the results look like, and I'm just gonna give you my honest take on it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so I am in an ad right now, and if we just scroll to the bottom of this ad is where you will see the creative testing feature. It's at the ad level, and it says compare up to 5 versions of your creative in a test to help ensure delivery to test new ads. Now, one of the things that a lot of people have been frustrated with Andromeda, and honestly not even Andromeda, but just how Facebook will find one creative inside of an ad set and it'll just give it all of the budget. And this is kind of Meta's way of, hey, if you have a new ad and you want to spend more money on this ad inside of an ad set, you can do it with this feature. So if you click on Setup Test, it's going to say, how many ads do you want to create? Do you want to do up to 2 to 5? I've seen some accounts that say 10, right? Mine currently gives me the option of selecting 2 to 5. So, if you were to launch, 3 to 5 new ads per week in your account, which for some people they need to do, some people need to do way more, but if you wanted to just do 3 to 5, you could easily do that and force all of the spend to those new ads. All right. So let's just say that I wanted to do that and I wanted to test 3 new ads. And if my campaign budget for this is $50, typically a good rule of thumb is to have 20% of your budget to go towards testing. So you could do that all now within one single campaign. Now, stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you, is this a good idea to do it or not, and kind of what your budget requirements should be for you to even want to do this in the first place. Okay. So just stick with me to the end for that, but I'm gonna walk you guys through how I would structure this. So let's say your budget was $50 per day. I believe this automatically sets it at around 20-25% because Meta knows best practices. So this would be $16 across 3 ads. How long would you run the test for? I would do anywhere from 7 to 14 days, right? Again, this is all dependent upon how much spend you have. And again, get to the end, we'll kind of talk about more best practices with this, but we need to have enough spend to see enough results to say, hey, this ad actually performed really well, right? So again, I would do 7 to 14 days, and then your cost per result or what you want to say, hey, which one of these performed the best? Every time you're gonna wanna do, what is your cost per result, right? But again, you might be limited based off budget. Stick around, we'll kind of talk about that towards the end. Every single time, I don't care what my cost per click is. I don't care what my CPMs are. I don't care about those necessarily because that doesn't mean that those ads are going to get me sales, right? I really wanted to run ads to drive the results of my business. So I would select this as website registrations completed. Now, this little box down here is saying, hey, we recommend you doing something different. And this is all based off of budget. Again, it's going to say, hey, I don't know if you're going to get enough conversions to make a significant difference to say this worked. So that's why it's giving you that box. If you have a higher spend limit and you get more conversions per day, you probably won't see this same box here. All right. So if I was to do this, I would push confirm. And then once it does that, it will make 3 new ads inside of that existing ad set. Okay. And it has this little beaker icon knowing that it's a test. And then you would go through each of these ads and you would put new ads inside. Now, what ads we put inside? I personally would have bigger swings and bigger differences here. Again, this will be dependent upon your budget, but what I typically have been doing a lot more since Andromeda is trying to have different creative visuals, right? So it could still have the same message and it could be a totally different visual. So instead of a photo ad, it could be a video ad. Instead of a photo ad, it could be a carousel ad. Instead of a selfie iPhone style like this, it could be a more polished image. But I am encouraging this to be a bigger swing, something that's actually significantly different in this post-Andromeda age, okay? So you would just come in here and you would adjust all of your creatives. And when you come up inside of the ad level, you'll be able to see this when the ad is live or when you're setting it up. And it'll kind of just show you the testing schedule that you set up. And if you want to adjust that at any point, you can increase the length and you can also increase the budget that you would spend across these. All right. So that's what it looks like while it is running. So it's going to force spin to those new creatives and it's going to see which of these performs the best. Now, once this is over, if you come over to the campaign setting, this is the campaign setting. We'll open this thing up here. Yeah, you can already see. So I've already finished one test. And you'll see at the campaign level, I can see test results once the test is complete. Because one of the cool things that I actually do like about this is when the test is complete, you'll get the results, but the ads will keep running. Okay, so they're gonna keep running until you turn them off. So for instance here, I think I tested this last week here, and let me just show you the results from these 3 ads, all right? So this one over here, pointing to my computer, this was the standard, so this got still most of the spend, and I tested both of these. So you can see that the test thumbs up one actually ended up getting more spend than the Notes app one. And that was because after the ad had finished its test period, because it was performing well, Meta kept giving this one spend, but this one didn't perform very well, you can see. So it actually decreased the spend that it was getting, and it wasn't getting any spend after the test was complete. So in theory, this allows you to force spend all the creatives in there. If the creatives are getting good conversions, Meta will keep spending on those creatives after the test is over. So it's not like once the test is over, everything gets turned off, which I really like. Now, if you click on that test feature and the campaigns level to see the results of the test, this is what will be pulled up. So again, you guys saw that I had both of those 2 tests. One of the ones, the thumbs up one, had a cost per conversion of $16.87. The other one had a $41.80 cost per conversion. So again, clearly this one outperformed the other one just based off of the stats. And if I wanted to see, other metrics, I could see that, like click-through rate. It'll pull up those numbers too. So click-through rate wasn't bad for this one, but this one clearly still outperformed. You can analyze this and make good assumptions or make good hypotheses to then test for the next batch of ads. So overall, I actually really like this feature because I'm a huge fan right now, especially for low budget, of having one campaign, one ad set, multiple ads inside, especially for lead generation businesses that it's not like an e-commerce store where we need hundreds of ads going. At one campaign, one ad set, you can have 50 different ads inside. And I'm a huge fan of that, especially if you have a low budget. You don't need to have thousands, even like 10, 20 ads works just fine. You don't need to have that many, right? So I'm actually a huge fan of this to keep things simple. This consolidates the learning phase into one ad set. And as I launch new creatives, if I want to force a little bit of spend to these new creatives just to test, is this idea good? Is this creative style good? I can directly do that. Now, let me come to my iPad because I want to share with you guys like who this is for and who this is not for, okay? Because there are some limitations to this. So the biggest thing is going to be your spend levels, okay? So spend levels. They need to be high enough for this to actually make sense, okay? So they have to be high enough. Now, let's say that your average cost per lead is $20. All right, so it's $20. And, if we did a creative test and the entire campaign budget in this thing is $50, right? So let's say campaign is $50, all right? And we wanted to take, 20% of that to test, that's gonna be around $16 to test, all right? Now, the problem with $16 to test this is that this $16 to test would be split up between the number of ads that you're trying to test. So for our example, let's just say we did 2. All right, so if we did 2 ads, right, at $16 for the entire test, that's only $8, right? $8 per ad. And that's a problem, okay? So that's a problem because this $8 per ad is literally half of our cost per lead, right? So if our cost per lead is $20 and I'm only testing 20% of my budget and it's $8 per ad, this could take 3 or 4 days before it gets a lead. So if I'm trying to optimize this or introduce this feature for 7 to 14 days, this is not going to be helpful. All right. So again, you have to have a decent enough spend limit. And what my recommendation for this is if we look at the number of ads for this test feature, okay, this is not the case for everything else, but if you're going to use this test feature, your CPL / cost per result, CPR, that's because you might be optimizing for cost per call, not per lead. It needs to equal the amount that would be your test ad. Let's just say budget. Okay, so what I mean by this, I had to draw this out because it's a little confusing, but the cost per lead needs to be the same as this right here. So again, coming back to our example, if our cost per lead is $20, right, then we need about $20 per ad to test, okay? Because that would give us at least 1 conversion per day. If we did that for 7 to 14 days, we have at least enough data to say, did this ad perform well or not. So to make this work, let me show you how much you're gonna have to spend. You're gonna have to spend $200 a day. Again, if we were doing 20% of your budget for testing, right? All across the board for both ads, because 20% for testing would be $40 a day, right? Across 2 ads is $20 an ad, okay? So again, this works, and I think it's helpful if you're getting at least 1 conversion per ad that you're gonna be testing per day. If you've got a small budget, like a lot of advertisers do that I work with, I actually don't think that this creative testing feature is gonna help you that much, okay? I really don't. If it was me and I was limited by budget, I was spending less than probably $500 a day, or, again, it's based off conversions, so I won't say that. But if I wasn't able to do this based off of budget, I would just launch the new ads. New ads get launched in the existing ad set. And what this will do, if you launch the ads in an existing ad set with a low budget, what it will do is they will compete, okay? They will compete against the other ads inside of it. So if I've got, a ad set, in the existing ad set, there is ad 1, there's ad 2, and there's ad 3, 3 through 10. There's let's just say you have 10 ads inside. I think it's a good rule of thumb. And then you launch new ads inside of this. Let's say that, once a week or once every 2 to 3 weeks, we launch some new ads inside. Well, these new ads are going to be competing for the budget set at the ad set level. So they're going to compete against the other ads in here to see which of these is going to get the most amount of spin. And I think that creates a very good competitive environment. I like this a lot. You'll see a lot of other advertisers or YouTube creators who will say, hey, just, what you can do instead is you can launch a new ad set, right? For every different style of creative that you want to run, right? So you got ad 1, ad 2, ad 3, and they're kind of slight variations. And then you'd have multiple different ad sets in one campaign, kind of following this same protocol. I'm just gonna put 1, 2, 3. And again, this can work, but I think the problem that I run into a lot with this is that you are kind of siloing things out a little bit. Again, there will be some communication back and forth between them, but I just really do like to consolidate things at the ad set level and keep them very clean and simple like this, okay? So again, coming back and kind of closing this thing out, I think that this is a great feature if you have enough budget to get 1 conversion minimum per ad that you're introducing. And a lot of you guys might be limited on budget for this. And if you are, don't use it. Instead, just launch new ads in the existing campaign, let them compete. And if they are good, they'll get spend. If they are not good, they will not get spend. If they get a bunch of spend and they aren't good quality leads, we should probably improve the conversion data that's being sent back to the pixel, or you can just shut the ad off. But the data we send back matters more because that helps Meta optimize and spend money on the right ads inside of your ad set versus just spending money on ads that get you leads and everything that don't convert. Okay, so that's what I got for today's video. If you guys like this, smash the subscribe button. I have more videos like this that I'll post on a weekly basis. So thank you guys for following along, and I'll see you guys next week.